Testing. Hello, I'm in. Now I gotta connect to you guys. Hold on. Do 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 do. All right, you guys try chatting.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we did it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Happy almost Halloween. Woo.
Yes. Happy day of ReZero.
Happy
See, I
ReZero
changed it up.
Day.
Kyles, you are incepting our monitor in our podcast room.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Inception.
That's what I needed.
I hope everyone's excited for today's reaction.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about this here episode. How's everyone doing today?
How y'all doing?
And we're doing pretty good because we've been excited for this episode all day. Happy to watch it for all of you.
I forgot about it all day, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm very happy.
Yeah, well, you're just too busy to even think about anything.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
But yeah, I mean, like, today, things are excited. I mean, like, not only did that break time episode come out, which is a cool discussion in and of itself, but we'll probably do that after the episode. We'll probably discuss it a bit.
We could probably do a watch through of it with stream there to talk about it too.
Exactly. I think that's good because there's a lot of interesting dialogue there.
We can keep the anime onlys with us too, because they can watch it.
Yes.
Extra content for the anime onlys today.
Indeed.
We apologize for the frozen Amelia. There are some camera issues that just couldn't get worked out in time today. So
I'm gonna throw my
she's
phone.
going to be frozen while she's not in the main episode. Though this opening frame makes it look like she is going to be here.
I think she's going to be here for quite a bit of the episode, actually.
Yeah.
Based off the things I've seen.
There's no such thing as ice that doesn't thaw, by the way. So don't worry about it. Who knows? It could fix itself.
Maybe. I'm ready to throw my phone out the window, so let's hope it can fix itself.
Yeah. Everybody who stopped by today, go ahead and try to leave a like. Support us if you will in any of our various projects. We have a lot of stuff coming up in the pipeline, and we're excited to show you, whether it's podcast episodes, more live reactions like this in the future, or even some more Arc 6 web novel readings coming up down the way.
What did we just do last week, Gold, that we can talk about excitedly?
Yes, everybody. Yeah. Last week, we interviewed the official English voice actor for one Natsuki Subaru, Sean Chiplock. And we had an amazing discussion with him. You guys will be able to hear that when that's all nice and edited. And I mean, yeah, it was a great time. He's a great guy, very talented, and he's very passionate about the series. You guys will love to see it. When it comes out, I think you guys will all be very, very happy. An exclusive interview with us, all four of us.
We
were there to see it.
For some reason, though, I can't remember exactly how it ended. I feel like something happened and it just blanked, like we were just done at one point. But
yeah, it was kind of strange.
Gluttonous eating. Nah, he told us insider secrets just on the download. Us! Only us! Because we're better than all you!
Oh my god.
I'm
that's the Capella in you. Jeez.
Damn, that really came out.
Hello, all you meat creatures. Although they don't call it meat creatures. That's the one thing that made me sad. But it makes sense, I guess.
It's a translation thing.
I guess so.
They just say Nikodomo, which is like meat creatures, I think. So I think they just didn't translate it.
Nikodono. Alright, you guys ready?
I am. Is everyone at home ready with their own copy of the episode?
From Crunchyroll.com. We support the official release.
Or if you manage to TiVo the episode from Japan, that's another option that you may have been able to pull off. I don't know if TiVo even still exists.
I have no idea. But it's in Japanese primetime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. There's plenty of ways to get the episode. Stream it on your television on Crunchyroll.
Your Hello Kitty television.
Fly to Japan and watch it locally when it airs.
Damn, if only. That's next year. That's next season's goal. That's what we'll do. All right. No. You think
I'm
we
gonna have to
you-
really work on
Yeah, I
my
was gonna say,
translation skills then. That's
Make sure to donate a lot of money so we can fly to Japan so we can watch the episodes 1 hour early for all of you.
Yeah. Woo!
Or
That'd be
if we
really
get our
fun.
funds up, we do a full professional version of Lust If. Woo! All right.
Yeah,
like
that's
halfway there.
not a pipe dream. We already have $426 of that raised.
I think I actually
If you
have to
just
add
wanna
another $78.
See, I mean, we're
There we
pretty
go.
close, over halfway there, I think, at that point.
Yes.
So yeah, donate if you want, or become a member. That's another great way to support us. You'll get early access to some of our podcasts, and we have a lot of them cooked for all of
Yes.
you, cooked to completion. In fact,
I do
Um,
include memberships in the total goal fund. So if you do become a member, I do count that and I add that to our total.
yeah, just another great way to support us.
Oui.
We'll be starting the episode in just a moment. Is everybody ready?
Hi.
Yeah.
Certainly am.
Okay,
All
great.
right. As always, we'll go count of 3, and on go, we will click start.
Okay.
I will say it, gentlemen. You ready to press your buttons?
Yes.
All right.
Indeed.
Y'all at home ready to press your buttons?
You
Give me
better
a
be.
second. Better be. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Ew.
The amount of people who were like so hyped and excited and loving Regulus this season that turned on him immediately with that line last episode.
Good.
Subarashi.
Da.
Donande.
Oh, my caption skipped. Sorry, buddy. Oh my gosh.
Do you have a virgin soul, Kylie?
Fuck no.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm disgusting.
I don't think I ever realized that shoujo had the context of virgin.
Yeah, I know. I just thought about that too.
Does he just like get them on a conveyor belt at this point? Like where they come from?
The
There
streets.
she is.
The streets.
Oh my god, she's so pretty.
Ain't good for the
Oh,
sheets.
she is.
Number 184. Goddamn.
I know, right? Ikoda.
Oh, that's probably confused a lot of anime releases now I think about it, eh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who is she?
Yeah.
Yuck.
Blech.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. That was Kaguya-sama's voice actress.
Yeah, it sure is. You beat me to it.
Who is it?
Kaguya.
Holy shit.
Finally got married.
Took long enough. What happened to you, Prez?
Evil King. Little King.
That was really pretty.
The birds, as if she's not free, and the birds are free.
Yo,
Oh, man.
these visual metaphors are going kind of crazy. What?
Yeah.
That cold open was so long, I genuinely thought that we had already skipped the intro.
Yeah,
No,
me too.
We got the intro. That's good. This intro is really grooving.
I think this is I saw some stills for this episode with Anastasia and Kiritaka, and I'm very excited to see
Oh,
how they
yeah.
do that.
I'm really enjoying how
Kiritaka's
they're
here.
adapting the chronology of this arc so far. It's been
Mhm.
feeling really good from a pacing perspective.
Mm-hmm.
To see Sa.
It's opening so good.
Brad, get out of here with that nonsense. Anastasia for president, my ass.
No.
Anastasia lost.
No.
Last in line.
Anastasia for extradition treaty, you mean?
Exactly. Go back where you came from, Anastasia.
We don't want any Karagi businessmen in our Lagunica.
In our Lacunica, never.
Made in Kararagi? I don't think so.
The only way
Oh.
to stop the horrible conditions of Lagunica is to get a real capitalist in here to help the economy.
We can have Kiritaka do that. A good Lagunican capitalist instead.
Yeah. He because he's Lagunica, he's great.
Ayo, ayo.
Oh.
Woo!
What the fuck?
Man, if Rem was on this roof right now, we would just have all my favorite characters together. In that
Yeah.
rare event.
Pretty much.
I love his little claws.
Yeah, I was looking at them too. They're sick.
Oh, those are really cool.
His little claws?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like them too because they can totally be removable.
Mm-hmm.
Renu!
Yeah, you know what? There we go. All my favorites in one scene.
Renu!
Look after the Valkyrie. Damn, Julius. Riz even when you're not trying.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Oh,
land on your leg.
That's how they got in. Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Capella.
Oh, notice that the eyes are different.
Yep,
Interesting.
the eyes are different.
Also, it's not talking with a Lily's voice.
Nope.
Yeah, obviously.
Let's go, Krush.
God, she's
Yeah.
so badass. That's my king right there.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn.
That's a pretty weak dragon.
No, she's just overleveled as shit.
Oh
Yeah, she did that to the white whale.
my gosh.
Oh no, season 1 has left me distrustful of single
Ugh.
girls left behind when monsters
Yep.
are attacking.
Oh, the
That's very
flies.
fair. Oh. Ugh.
I didn't know Jeff Goldblum was co-starring this episode.
Damn. Damn.
The fly.
Oh, it's very similar to how Pablo drew this for us.
Ugh.
Ugh.
God damn it.
Yes, what if I did?
Little girl user just who?
Uh-oh.
She would wear those kind of socks.
She
Disgusting.
would. She fucking would.
God.
Mm.
Ugh.
Get the fuck off, Krush.
Damn, Suki, that was badass. Oh shit!
Oh my god,
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Ugh.
Oh, what the fuck?
No. No, I did not like that.
They really like her regeneration.
Yeah,
Did they,
same
like-
side of her face too.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's one thick tail.
Oh,
Ugh. Oh.
Damn,
Oh.
he survives that? Shit, Subaru.
Oh,
Workout's gone well.
that's some internal bleeding right there.
Yeah, how many broken ribs do you think?
All of
Light
them.
novel illustration.
Yeah, you're right. That's the cover to the. Ugh. Oh, that's cool.
Hate that.
Oh,
Hate
I
that.
hate that.
Ugh.
Fucking
Yum.
Ugh.
Orochimaru ass
Meat,
shit.
meat scraps.
I'm glad the anime onlys have finally met the most evil Archbishop.
She turned all those people into monsters.
And a dragon.
I wonder if that has to do with her power at all.
What, the fly stuff?
No, like hatred or something.
I'm a philanthropist.
Oh my fucking god.
And there's the love line. Every bishop gets it.
Yep.
The acting here is amazing.
Oh, and they give so much animation to her.
Yeah. Stop drooling over that female meat.
Damn.
You've got me, Capella. You're right.
you right.
Her
You
looks
right.
are that good.
She called me out. Oh, here it comes.
Oh, damn, look at that outfit.
I know, she chose a new drip for her.
Nice new drip.
I was like, ain't she
It's like-
just hot?
It's like she only saw Amelia's clothes from the back.
Yeah, for real. It's like, I'll fill in details.
Yeah, she really did, huh?
Capella doesn't know the depth of Subaru's devotion.
New Amelia cosplay. Whoa!
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Exactly.
Only if you were a fly.
Subaru would just put her in his pocket and
Oh
carry
my
her
God.
everywhere.
Ugh.
How to traumatize a man in 0.01 second.
Oh, the leg!
Oh! Oh!
There it goes. Oh.
She's crazy. Oh, that's great. Ah!
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be your femoral artery.
Please let me die. That's the thing. At this point.
Yeah, he could just let his leg bleed out here. It'd be pretty peaceful.
Well,
Oh.
Oh!
oh my god.
Fuck, she's crazy.
It's so
not in a good way.
Oh my god, this episode is so
Her blood has
good!
the blood of the dragon in it. Don't underestimate this dragon, you frickin' fricks.
Frickin' frick. Ooh, is that worse than the
Oh.
rabbits? Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, no shot.
Yeah, probably not.
Dragon's awake.
See, yeah, it does seem independent of her.
Okay, that was a clean transition.
Jesus.
8
Yeah!
You.
That's
Yeah, I
not
would be
good.
distracted too. I
I'm
won't
a fire
lie.
my laser.
Why does a Capella turn everybody into dragons?
Who knows?
More dragons to distract with.
Maybe she has to give the forms out.
This wasn't even in the web novels, right?
I don't
I
remember.
think
this
it
being-
was discussed that it happened, but not
We didn't see it.
see it. Yeah.
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 Because that's how she stays at where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't some heartless money.
Are you?
Mm.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Everyone's just blowing up.
Strips Chicken says this was added to the light novel. Thank you.
I believe it.
Good addition, honestly.
I love her collapse so much.
Yeah, it's great.
She's probably got already so many good gifts. God, they're all so terrifying.
Oh, wait, hold up. Is this what I think it's about to be?
The faces are so good this episode, man.
Let's go.
Yo, here they come.
Hello, and Tibby.
Way to mess shit up.
Forbidden method.
Holy.
Damn, Paris going all out.
And now Super's leg is gone again. Fuck.
Mhm.
He's gonna gotta do it
Total
again.
waste.
Ferris is gonna slap him.
Sounds that interesting. She's holding her necklace for a moment.
Oh,
Oh,
did you see that switch?
I
I
did,
think-
yeah.
I think.
Kyodai.
They're not twit? Yeah, straight out of Series of Unfortunate Events.
I didn't know she could run. I think that's a weird thing to notice. I barely realized Anastasia could walk. I don't know why that's the thing.
Well, you just see her kind of like perched up all the time. You
I
don't
guess
really see
that's
her
true.
move. Oh no, the city of Priscilla is mine now? Uh-oh. Oh, back to this.
Meanwhile,
Wow.
Meanwhile,
So much
It's
going
some
on.
shitty rundown tavern somewhere. Oh, it's a warehouse, to be fair, but
these two editions are really nice.
they
honestly.
are.
Honestly, I love him.
Isn't he just the best?
Glad you're here.
Zadamushi. Zada bugs.
Auto?
Oh shit.
Oh, that's nice. And the
Oh
reflection of the bottle.
shit.
Damn.
Most rational
Oh, that was
person in the city.
therapeutic.
He's gotten knocked out twice without even anybody.
Oh, it is Auto.
Yeah.
Who's this?
He knows. Yeah,
Oh.
Oh man.
Forgot that's what they were called.
right.
Fuck, this is so good.
This is so good.
All right, that's a little rude. Oh,
She's
she's talking
kinda
to
right,
Reinhardt.
though.
Never mind. I thought she was talking to Otto.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, you beat everybody all at once, Reinhardt.
Yeah, go fuck everyone up.
do what you do, Reinhard. Go slay monsters.
Go be a hero.
You better be reckless.
I feel like Felt's more saying, "Go be my knight."
Is she gonna kick him?
Oh yes, we can get those
Oh
idiots.
yeah.
Tom and
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna say, is that a fire truck?
Ah.
Oh shit!
But
Wet
it's same amount
cat.
of water.
Oh fuck!
What the hell?
Floodgate.
Oh my god, that looks great.
That's crazy.
Oh shit.
Can he swim? As a
Wet
cat?
cat.
He's been
Yeah.
in his full time already. He doesn't like
He was
water.
he was scared of the water in episode
Yeah.
1.
I mean, just grab onto a pole, you know. What can you do?
Go punch it, Garfield.
Do not punch it, Garfield.
No, he has to get the last spoiler out of the
Yeah.
intro. He needs
The
to go punch the
opening
dragon.
has to be
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
At least the dragon's trying to help them.
Or go and kidnap them to eat later.
Oh my
Maybe.
god. They've done a very good job of just not having much censorship, eh?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
brutal.
Ugh.
I love all the dirt and shit in it too. Oh damn, that looks
Oh
so
my
good.
no!
Excellent.
Shit.
There
Oh, the ending
is
too.
a after
After
credits.
credits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're watching the ending anyways.
Wow.
Oh shoot, mine buffered for like a second.
What the fuck? That was great.
Man, there's so much action. Just
It's
nonstop.
almost like this is the first half of the battle.
Will you all tell me the moment your end credits end?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And we'll all get to see at once how distinct we slightly were.
Oh, good catch, Sean. You pointed out that Krush is wrapped around the dragon's ankle by Subaru's whip, and he's the one that got her on there.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Wisdom. Speak.
I
You
guess
have a
he
good
was
day
still probably conscious a little bit.
To be fair, Subaru is one of those people that has the unnatural ability to go through pain.
Well,
I did
mean,
not
it's
expect Capella to be the way she was, by the way.
perfect in every way that she needed to
Yeah,
be.
like best on-screen adaptation that you could possibly want. Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Oh man, I love this moment of the ending so much.
She's great.
Alright, get ready, Connor.
I'm ready.
And press play.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh fuck!
Didn't realize
really
it was
good art.
flooded.
I like that she calls herself Capella Chan.
Chan Summer, yeah,
Pretty
it's the
great,
most
yeah.
Capella thing ever.
Man, completely flooded.
Wow.
Liurnia.
Yeah, here we go. Right, Liurnia for real.
Holy
The
shit.
Boom,
what?
reveal.
Ah, artificial spirit. Betty. Don't get Dick Betty.
Wait, what?
What?
That isn't revealed in the web novel, is it? That must be a light novel change.
What? The
The wedding.
In
Like, that's
Capella's
not announced.
mention.
Maybe. Oh,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
Does she only say two things?
Andre says it's all the
Maybe,
same. Apparently.
yeah, I could have.
Hey.
That was
I
mentioned
don't
there
remember
for
that.
sure.
Maybe.
Bye, Wooloo.
That was the three things.
Dang, that episode was amazing.
Fire. That was so good.
That was
Holy
so
shit.
good.
That was, I can't believe I'm
That
saying
was-
it. It's another 10 out of 10 episode again. What the hell?
Yeah.
That was fire.
Fuck.
That was fire.
Average Wednesday.
Capella ships Subaru with Krush.
I mean, same.
She had to get
but-
something right.
You know, that's
Yeah,
actually very
finally.
interesting. Now that I think about it, I'm like, is that setting up something? No, I'm joking. I mean, I'm half joking, I'm half serious.
I'm pleading. I'm like,
Please.
to pay, please. Please, I beg you.
I mean, like, obviously there's themes from season 1 into this. It's weird. But yeah.
Also, the stuff that we think about with EX1 that we'll get into on
Yeah.
a later date.
We'll get into it at a later date, yes.
Soonish.
They just did such a good job. Again, I keep on raving about it. The pacing is so good this episode. They're making sure to hold all of the scenes for just as long as they need to, and then we're switching to where we need to, and it's not feeling jarring. I'm getting all the information I need, and I don't feel like I'm getting like punched in the face by multiple different directions.
Honestly, the flooding thing is very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it makes it seem more like a huge disaster that nobody else can fix, right?
Mhm.
Because it's like, what are you supposed to do if you're from the outside, or if you're trying to flee? Like, you're trapped in your homes. You need to trap. Like, all these civilians can't do anything. It makes it feel more like a devastation or like an attack compared to like, okay, they shut up there. Everybody now just run. It's like.
It also feels like a more realistic response to the witch cult getting attacked and then basically enacting on their threat a bit.
Mhm.
Because that makes them feel like a bigger threat than, oh, we got attacked and we're not gonna make them pay for it in a more direct way. This is something that is going to affect everyone, not in terms of like just danger, but also like all of our heroes are going to be mad and distraught because there's going to be so many people in danger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
They're very clearly willing and showing that they will do things like taking advantage of children as hostages and also as
100%.
pretend hostages
I mean, they showed it,
to get their goals
2 times in a row.
Yeah. And it's just like, because you can't blame Subaru for reacting the way he does when he sees a child hold up.
Yeah.
in the
Well,
city
another
hall.
thing that I thought about too is like how the which it seems like this episode they acknowledged it subliminally, or Capella did, which is like, how should I put it? It feels like the Synarch bishops are like, yes, of course we're doing the most evil things possible. We want to be hated, which makes it feel like a almost like meta admittance in a way. It's not. It's not like that in a way, but it's like these characters, their only purpose is to make you hate them. Like, you aren't supposed to think of them sympathetically in their state that they're in right now. They are these awful creatures.
I mean,
And that's how it's been so far,
conceptually, they
Yeah.
are the ultimate idea of outcasts that gain power and seek vengeance upon the world in their own way.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point because I mean, there's things that I thought about it. And I think people can criticize the series for in a way so far, which is that exactly, which is like, oh, the villains don't have any sort of moral quandary to pose in a sense. They're just forces of nature, evil they're pebbles in the side of the road, which I've always thought about. So far in the story, that's fine because Subaru's obstacles are mental and physical and more in his self, but
Mhm.
slowly in evolution, perhaps this is the transformation place
beginning.
until the beginning of that sort of transitioning into a more him versus the world as well. You
Mhm.
know? But yeah, I thought that the archbishops were all acted very well. They all existed in this episode, right? Um, at least.
Technically, because we got a
Yeah, I know
flashback
we
of
don't
the
have.
other one.
Yeah, we don't have him. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like we have Roy, and then Capella, and then Sirius and Regulus. Everybody's here, and in a 20-minute episode, get it touching all these beats so
Yes.
quickly
That's
without feeling like
crazy.
you're skipping any of them, that they aren't losing any of their impact, their emotional depth. They're all amazingly character acted, amazingly voice acted, amazingly scored, amazingly directed. A lot of the, like, for example, I mean, the Capella scenes were so amazing that, I mean, it's really hard. Like all of her body horror stuff, all of her
Mm,
the directing with the camera and how it kind of followed her face when she was doing a lot of these amazing like spins and amazing like
So good. I couldn't keep my
punches
eyes off of her
over.
the whole
Yeah.
episode.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
and her
way
faces,
they
how they morphed. Yeah, like
Yeah. The way she changed into Amelia was crazy.
yeah,
And I
Mhm.
really like that she couldn't get the full outfit right. Like it's not a
Yeah,
perfect
'cause-
1-to-1.
or
I
she doesn't care, or she didn't see.
I also
Mhm.
really liked how much focus there was on the body horror of her like cutting up Amelia's figure for Subaru and like the way his eyes like subtly
Yeah,
changed.
Yeah.
It just it's
Also,
like
they put her out of focus and made sure to show it from the back because they still won't show Amelia dying on screen.
right.
Yeah.
She like rips herself in half, and like that was a really good
Subaru's
good
face says it
transformation.
all.
Yeah, it's interesting because it really shows that her body is nothing more than just like a clay.
Meat.
Yeah,
Putty.
Meat
yeah, putty.
creatures.
And like
It's straight out of like The Thing from the old 1980s movie, where it just
Yeah.
takes whatever form it wants.
Oh, true.
and she makes
Honestly,
other people
that is
take
a
the
really
form that
good
they want.
what's the word? God. Oh my god, I'm struggling here.
Very good.
Example, or
Mhm.
like of a thing to compare it to.
Analogy?
Analogy. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I want to briefly touch on the Anastasia thing. That was a
Yeah.
cool thing
Yeah.
to note. Like
Yeah.
she came
Keep
into
an
her
eye on
own this
that.
episode a bit, maybe. Who knows?
It was nice
Well,
seeing her like in a position where, she's not just making business talk, she's like actually doing something.
She making war business.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things in which the anime. I mean, how do I say this properly? There's a limit to your imagination that nuances cannot attribute to characters that aren't particularly focused on depth-wise, right? Like like
Mhm.
written depth.
Mhm.
So in this episode, you see her facial expressions, you see the way that she phrases things, you see her little gestures. It makes you kind of understand her character more and a bit more endeared to her than I normally would be for Anastasia. Like you see, like whether it's true or not, you hear the concern in her voice for Mimi and Tivy and stuff like that, and you see her, be like, "Ah, this isn't fair. You're making me kind of look over the city."
Mhm.
You know, whether or not that's genuine is something that we could discuss, but it's
We'll talk more in
still a lot
spoilers,
more
I think.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's a big
Uh,
stuff I want to talk with her in the spoilers, but it was great scene.
Yeah.
Another thing I'd like to mention about the Capella scene, which I thought was really well done, was I say this with the most quote marks possible fan service moment where they made it so horrifying and gross that I like when she was touching Crush, I was getting like chills down my spine. I felt so uncomfortable. And they did such a good job from a directional standpoint and from a music standpoint there of just making that scene horrifying
Mm-hmm.
and getting you exactly in the emotions that Subaru feels. Can I just say, Subaru chucking that stone at Capella with his whip was so well animated. Oh my god! Like,
Yeah.
It also made him seem a lot stronger than he's
I know,
ever
right?
come across before.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, he's
moving-
gotten stronger, eh? Like,
Yeah, one of the things that happened there is, you're right, he is very strong. But like, it's one of those things from the very first moment of the series that people talk about, which is he beats up, the thugs in the
Bludgeon can.
alley, and then he hits with the huge club, and then he throws the ball really hard at Betelgeuse, which is just like, in this world, your body's a bit stronger than normal.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Also, one of the things is she like purposely got hit by it too, so it's not really too impressive. But yeah, picking up a big piece of rubble and throwing it at somebody is pretty nice. And yeah, I mean his skill with the whip is real. Like you saw, like people complained about, for example, the second episode that they didn't show him, breaking in and fighting with the whip because it makes it seem like he's not good with the whip. This episode kind of makes up for that, in my opinion. It does the same purpose. It makes you be like, oh yeah, he's able to do stuff with the whip against like normal people.
I would even argue, honestly, that the serious scene gets a little taken away from it by him, like, defeating her, quote unquote, for that small moment with that whip.
Yeah.
I think it is more impactful when that is not included. So having it as a thing that we've already seen here, just, you already get that moment with like, oh yeah, he's getting stronger, he's got a weapon of choice, and he's very creative with it. I mean, the parkour stuff we see him do with it this episode is just, it's the utility is the main thing, right? Like, it's allowing him to do stuff that he never was able to do before.
Really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always thought that him actively going after and attacking Wrath and that was a little out of character. Like, it seemed really foolish for him to even try it, even though he had a good opportunity. Sneaking in and trying to get the kid out without alerting her makes a lot more sense for a Subaru action to me. But that's just me. I'm the one who likes Subaru being weak and defenseless and helpless. I don't want him to be cool and overpowered.
Correct. I mean, one of the things that, happens in season 1 and season 1, I think, is there's a how should I say? One of my issues with season, this is an issue, but it's fine in the framing of what it happened at the time, but like it mistakenly starts to paint Subaru as, at the time, overcoming his thing and into the protagonist role of a normal isekai protagonist, in which I can be in the battle and just as combative as the regular combatant because I am smarter or more skilled or more talented than regular people in the world. With this little white whale thing or him killing Beetlejuice, like that makes you think, oh, the main character is going to get the last laugh against these people who are much stronger than him because he's just that cool and strong, right? And I think ever since season 2, it's been very clear that that's not the case. And I mean, I guess if you're an anime only, you don't know, but like, in season 3 thus far, you see very clearly that he's just not up to snuff combative wise, like not even close to even in a sort of even fight, not even like a surprise, he's going to get fooled, taken out. He's going to get beat up really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a contest.
And this is like ultimately a thing of it's showing no matter how hard Subaru trains himself, he himself will not be strong alone, right?
No, he's missed 17 years of training in this world to have any sort of chance of beating anybody.
That he's gained from this training is his ability to even like buy a couple seconds of time for his teammates. Like even when we saw in the previous episode when he grabbed that big cloaked witch cultist with his whip on the foot to help the team fight more. Like he's providing things to his friends that he could not do before.
Mm-hmm. So, we got the important break time over this last week. I think we should take the chance while we're still in our anime-only section to cover that real quick.
Sure. Let's do that.
We have the link to the translated version in chat already. That was posted on Twitter by Witch Cult's Ice.
Yep.
Yes.
Translation is done by Garkar, posted by Ice.
Thank you. That is correct.
Yes,
You're
thank you
welcome.
very much.
I will press play uno momento.
Seems like it's about Betty and Subaru.
Hmm. Do you guys think I should put it on the Hello Kitty TV or keep it at the bottom screen? I'm thinking bottom screen, but
Bottom screen should be
Probably
fine.
bottom screen.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. I'm gonna leave our lo-fi on, and I'll turn the audio off for that one then.
Ba, ba, ba.
Do 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 do. Ta-da! Almost there.
Yeah.
Done. There shouldn't be any spoil. Hey, look, it's Drad's comment. I should be right in the perfect spot for captions. Yes. All right.
Perfect.
Everybody has it ready?
Yes.
Hi.
I'm
On
ready.
go as always. We will press
Yes.
play. All right.
What?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
Break time.
I love this track.
Yeah, me too.
It's great.
I really enjoy in break time how strong the outlines are on the characters.
Mm-hmm. It's a unique style. Demons will laugh. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yes.
Nineteen years.
19.
Hmm.
So wholesome.
Sus.
What does it mean?
Al is so fucking sus. He just
What
he
does it mean?
It makes me feel like there's a dagger pointed at me
I'm a
every single
crazy
scene he's in.
person.
I feel like I can't rest with this
Who
man.
is this guy? It's one of those things that it starts making you think more and more and more. It's like, well, I don't care. Discussing this is impossible. It really is.
I'm glad they at least put it out there. Now it's official.
Yeah.
Anime onlys can know about it, and we can just fill them in.
Yep.
Maybe
It's
like,
just
here you
a
go.
link to send. Go watch this, and you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and quick.
The,
I mean, I'm
the
glad they finally
unfortunate
got
element
it,
of
you
this
know.
is that there's no official translation and it's not very easily accessible.
Exactly. I mean, Crunchyroll used to put them break times on Crunchyroll.
Season 1's still there, I think.
Yeah.
It's so
it
weird that
could
they don't.
eventually.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just a licensing thing. Who knows? But
Mhm.
I mean, part of it is just that they're available for free on YouTube, so they may not have the permission to
Oh,
post them
you're
on
right.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
19 years is very weird when I think about it because it makes it's one of those things where I'm like, well, Super's 18, 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean? I don't particularly know. But like,
That Satella was waiting for Subaru, and the moment he was born, she grabbed the person who was most like him.
I mean,
One
that's not
element that
far
is
off.
interesting, I will say, is I wonder if, because that adds an extra element to it being specifically 19 years, a bit like literally being like, oh yeah, I'm literally like double your age, right? Like it kind of gives that vibe of, I wonder, like that specifically has that feeling of, oh wow, he's like the one that's got the experience, he's
Yeah.
done what I've done, I should look
Mhm.
up to him. I've got is an element of that, right? Like
Right.
there's that symbolism of that parallel between them.
Well, one thing that I also think about is like, one thing that always stops me from the theory that Al is Subaru exactly or something like that, right? Is this idea that we know that Hoshin of the Wilderness was put into this world as well as Flugel, and they were presumably two separate people, right? So like when I think about the way the story's been set up so far, all this foreshadowing is like, what is like what's the purpose of having two characters from the past that are transported from a different world into this universe? There's nothing set up that makes it have to be time travel or anything like that for Subaru to be here. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like, it's one of those things. Of course, their authority, his authority is like all about time travel, Subaru, or like
Yeah.
timeline, stuff like that. So it's like, okay, well, that's a bit
Anyway,
different, but it's
it's also, it adds that element too of like, oh wow, Al is very similar culturally to Subaru. It doesn't seem like there's that 2-decade gap in terms of cultural understanding of things, right?
Yeah, he's making modern references.
Which adds that element of like,
yeah.
whoa, time is working weird for these people to get transported, right?
To be fair, 19 years is not too long of time to be making references about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that, and certain JRPGs, like those have been out for a while, so it's not impossible.
True.
Mm-hmm. So just real quick to address for anyone who's wondering why this isn't in the main season, as a hint for, not a, really a hint, in insight into the way that animes get produced, unlike a lot of shows in America, where once you get the rights to do an adaptation, you get the rights to adapt the whole thing. It's like when a studio gets the rights to, say, the first Harry Potter book, they're going to get the rights to do all of it because they've bought the rights to that franchise. With anime seasons, they only get the rights for it for whatever time that they're producing, and they are only supposed to be covering the content that's in there. So like this, the break times aren't produced by White Fox necessarily. It's its own studio that Tappe himself is involved in overseeing them. So he can put in additional information that the anime production isn't able to add in because it's not from the content that they're contracted and licensed to include. So they can't just go in and drastically edit and throw in a new filler scene without having a reason to do it, especially if it would be adapting something from a book that they didn't get the license to produce.
Yeah, and I've heard tell that, the studio that does the break time, stuff like that, and Tappe are close. And obviously they would never just be like, okay, time to write a new piece of dialogue into the anime canon of the story. I mean, Tappe has been heavily involved with, Isekai Quartet and stuff like that in the past. There's no way that they were like, let's not ask Tappe about this.
Right.
In that sense, I'd assume, are the break times canon then?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're canon.
Yeah, it's been so far. I think it makes sense. Of course, there's like times in the break time in the past in which obviously, like up until the point in like season 2, all of the break times were not canon, right? Like in season 1, they were kind of just jokes, right?
Well, no, so there's two different sets that come in this. There's like
Right.
ReZero Chibi,
Yeah,
which
Chibi,
is
yeah.
not canon, but there's also the break times, which were supposed to be canon scenes that
Yeah.
happened.
Because obviously, ever since season 2, like the Elsa stuff and whatnot, they've all done only scenes from canon material,
Mhm.
canon directions.
So pretty much the moment they didn't include that when Subaru saw Al in the first episode, like it was only going to happen in a break time. Like that's pretty much the ultimately what it should have been.
We had some other theories about where it could have been, like at the end of this season, of in the middle of a moment that comes later that we're not going to talk about. But like,
I mean, he in the web novels. I mean, as just a brief minor spoiler or reassurance, it does get mentioned in dialogue and in internal monologue. So even if you don't watch this, you will still learn it by the end of the season.
Yeah, this is a thing that you will learn.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
it's
so
one of those-
Drat, I don't think it can be flashed back because it's not part of the product that they are producing right now. These are establishing only the volumes that go into the season.
Whenever we've seen a flashback to previous events, it's been stuff like scenes that have already been made in
Yeah. I mean,
season 2.
it'd be interesting if they ever do like a in media res moment where they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we talked about this, but like it feels redundant now that this break time's out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it feels redundant, but also I would understand why they would do it, but also I don't think they're going to at that point, because this kind of informs the fact that they probably won't.
I'm positive that they won't. I would bet anyone a large sum of money that this will not be flashed back to or given a proper scene in the anime ever. This is what we have.
They probably will talk about it if we ever get to season at this point 5.
6, probably.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, the break time's nice. I'm just assuming, this is just me assuming things, that him saying Byaku doesn't mean anything. It's just because he's also from Japan and he also is fine with calling her that nickname, understands what it means. But he did say stuff like, yeah, I know that all too well. It's like, okay. Like, either he has some sort of grand insight into their relationship or some time travel nonsense. It's like, well, what can I... Or maybe he just knows a lot more because he can read the fate. He can read fate.
I think Subaru also called her Byaku.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I don't think it's like
it's not
a subtle reveal or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not like dun dun dun. I tell you what is a reveal. Man, he's so creepy and suspicious.
What? No, he's not suspicious at all. Come on.
I'm just
gonna go and leave this main fight that all the other knights are going to contribute to. Don't mind me.
No.
Don't mind me. I'm not important. I'm not important at all. I'm just gonna go.
I'm also isekai'd from this world. Hey, I also know the Sin Archbishops. Hey, bye-bye.
I have revealed all information about the bishops so far this season. And hey, don't tell Gluttony your name. I think this is what they're doing. Here's how his power works.
Oh, this is about Typhon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Him just knowing that name is suspicious.
It's suspicious. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, who are you? What are you doing?
Well, I think that might be a good point to transition here, where we can go into
spoilers.
I'll put this comment in. Yeah, Arc 5 spoilers now.
So thank you to any of the anime onlys that have been watching up until this point. But we're going to be discussing some spoilers for the rest of this season. So, on the off chance that you are an anime only and watching this, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and any other content that you peruse that may interest you. For instance, our Arc 5 readings. If you just can't wait anymore for the next episode, we cover the web novel content for this season, which is slightly different from what they're adapting here from the light novel. So you will have a slightly different experience if you end up watching that. But regardless, thank you guys for watching, and yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye! Anime onlys
see you all.
that don't want to be spoiled. All right. Bitches who read, let's go.
Yeah, so that some light novel changes this time, especially with like, the flood and escaping on the dragon. That was sick.
That was awesome.
I like the addition of the flood. I think that adds way more stakes.
Like it shows they're willing to do it.
Way more sense too.
Here's what happens when you try and fight back against us. Don't try it again. Sort of thing.
What it just like from a logical perspective makes way more sense, right? Like,
oh, for sure.
one thing I have been enjoying so far in terms of like light novel changes and how the adaptation has come across is that everything feels more consistent in universe, and it's
Yeah.
working.
That's gonna be a. I don't actually know how this is adapted because I remember that the flood happened when I read the light novel changes a long time ago. I don't remember how that changes the fight with like Priscilla and Liliana later on. Because I thought that happened in the middle of the town, but I guess I'm wrong. Or it's just a bigger change than.
Yeah, I don't know.
Each fight happens at each tower.
Maybe. I could see that. I mean, they could do it on the rooftops and stuff like that, or they could do it at a part of the city that's not flooded, or they could drain the city a little bit. Who knows? I don't know. Light novel stuff that we're not privy to yet.
Mm-hmm. But we also got to see our first little hint at I don't know. I had a working pun for her name, but I can't remember what I wrote up for this now. But Scarf Donna showing up,
Scarf Donna!
Yes.
taking over for a moment, and then just the instant change in her attitude and ability.
It was almost like a snap, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
boom.
Yeah. And she's like, "Give me a couple minutes, and I'll be good." Her holding her necklace, which is interesting.
I'm excited to see.
Also makes her seem like why she seems so like out of it in the scene make a lot more sense, you know?
I'm excited to see how they do the voice for Scarf Donna. Is it going to be the same voice, or is they going to bring back their Echidna voice actor for
That's a
the
good question. They might.
I think they note specifically in the novels that it's the voice is Echidna's voice, so they probably have the same voice actress.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, her voice actor is so good that there's no.
Yes, you have to get her back, right?
100%. But this one was really good. Got to see Garf's stepdad fly away as the dragon and save all of them.
That's right. That's who it was.
They did such a good job of just visually showing and foreshadowing things that you read, and man, I'm really impressed.
And the Little King references too.
Yeah, the Little King references too. Sylphie is great. Oh my god,
she's amazing. I'm so happy that that's her voice actress.
She's so cute.
So fitting.
The way they showed the Dragon Blood curse was cool this episode too. Oh my god.
It makes me wonder about, is she actually like part dragon, or is this just a part of the curse of the royal family? I don't know.
Well, something I've always like been wondering about is like who is the real Lust?
Capella,
like there's the theory that it is like this old royal, that it is just Emerauda Lagunica. But if it's not, and that's just like a name that she took, like if this person might just be a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
like that's the real form.
But like a corrupted dragon, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What's this?
Because I mean, we've seen a spirit can be an archbishop.
Yeah, they called for the spirit. Which spirit were they talking about?
Donna.
They're talking about Scarf Donna, not Betty.
Okay, perfect.
Subaru just assumes that it's either Betty or Puck.
Yeah,
that's right.
That makes sense. Well, they weren't too specific about which spirit.
They're asking for stuff that's connected to the witch, so they can eliminate it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
As per their gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's interesting about it is that it's like, I think that whether Capella is a dragon or not, it's like, it's hard to tell, and obviously her ability allows her to change her form no matter what, but what is, like, I feel like we're gonna get a about face about who her identity is, you know what I mean, at some point, because I think she's either posing as Capella Emerauda, it's put on her, or rather, it's one of those things in which her being the Capella from history is probably wrong, or like that historical recollection of her is probably wrong in some way.
I've even got a crazy theory that I've just thought off on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And this I think would make sense as like a thematic thing for Capella's character. What if that is not the Emerauda Lagunica of history, but the Emerauda of Lagunica of history that's like the remembered is this person because they took that person's identity and they were like their attendant or someone that was close to them, and they got that jealousy vibe, and when they acquired their witch factor they then killed them or eliminated them and chose to be that person. And then
My-
that's the history that's remembered as this terrible, evil, cruel person.
My assumption has always been that she was someone close to the real Emerauda Lagunica,
Right.
Yeah.
but may have been like either a mistress or a victim of Emerauda's herself, or of like Emerauda's husband or fiance or something.
Mm.
Like someone who would have been in like a sexually vulnerable position.
Right. One of
And
the things
that's why her thing adapts to that, to like be that replacement.
lust. Yeah, the thing.
Could even be
Also-
like another sister or something. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that the layers are like this, right? So the curse of the bloodline should be probably put on by Capella, but was she originally cursed? No, it doesn't really make sense for all because like the thing about like they're at the pact with the divine dragon, they didn't forsake that pact. There's no reason for them to be cursed by blood. So it is probably an authority, right? So it's probably her authority. So when did she decide to do this to the royal family?
When the
And
gospel
it's her blood mixed in there. So it's not the royal family's blood that's cursed. It's her blood cursing the royal family. So
Mhm.
it's like, it's one of those things where I don't know.
I mean, she could have easily just been disguised as an attendant, a cook, one of the Council of Wise Men, and just used that opportunity to slowly poison each member of the royal family. Like, Felt wasn't affected, even though she was alive at the right time.
Yeah.
Well, here's another theory that I have. Maybe she married into the royal family, and because of her curse, it just passed down, right? And it's like she had a child or something. Then, ever since then, there's been the seed planted in the royal lineage.
I
It had
have
to do
some-
something.
I could even say that maybe the contract the royal family made with the dragon is based like in each member of the royal family has their own individual moment like thing within that contract. So if they break it, they become cursed. Because she
Yeah,
could
who
still be a
knows?
royal.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's some other information that I've learned recently that's clued in some other possible theories for her, but that's for a later
I mean,
discussion.
That's
I
another
figure. I figure.
I figure we'd hopefully learn more about her eventually.
Well, I
Yo.
figured that she'd come back recently. I figured. But yeah.
I like how they're
Anyway.
utilizing the what's it called? The broadcasting device.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
good.
Really setting up. It sounds nice too.
It definitely feels more like the plot pointy is part of it is very important because it's like it feels like the only way to get communication across the city. The other thing about that's probably another reason why they flooded it. They wanted to make sure that only their demands can get people mobilized. You can't easily reach the headquarters. You can't easily reach this or that.
If they were the ones that flooded it.
Mhm.
Ayo.
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 Perhaps.
Mayhaps.
It was Al the entire time.
Yeah. Come on, it has to be right. Like,
I mean, maybe.
Well,
he's behind
Yeah.
everything. Huh. I would also I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm very much gonna stand by that, man. This is the way to experience this arc so far.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
beautiful.
it's just night and day. I'm getting like because I loved Arc 5, right? I love Arc 5, but experiencing it as a visual medium is so superior to me so far than as the written, especially with how, no offense to Pay, bad he was at writing fights at this point in the story.
Or at least how difficult it was to translate at that point.
Translate,
Yeah.
It was compared. I'm glad we finished Arc 5 because compared to what we're seeing now, it's just a completely different story. And also, it makes me very sad because how much fucking time we spent on this, and they're just crushing it like week after week.
I know. Well, it's not
To be
an
fair,
easy
they have-
effort.
They have a you got to imagine it like this, right?
They're
have
paid.
They not just that, they have an insane budget and they're a production committee, like a full
Yes.
we're a fan project. Don't
There's
forget,
like 100. Look at the credits and count all the names.
Yeah.
True,
You
true,
also
true.
did it faster. It took them 4 years to prepare it, and it's still
Yeah.
not finished. What the hell?
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
It
come
won't
on.
be
Like, why
done
are we not-
till
Why are
what,
we not at season 6
May?
already, guys? Come on.
Good. It gives us enough time.
I mean, I have no complaints. I mean,
Thank you,
think
Jad.
about it like this. There is so many bad anime productions right now,
Yeah.
and think about like how they're rushed and whatnot. This getting the time to cook to make it to look this good is worth it. I think at this point.
Oh, 100%. Also, finale, yes, like Jad said, it is definitely light novel changes. Completely different from web novel.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, especially with like the Amelia stuff going on. I remember that there's a lot of changes with her coming up.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's good. I think it flows way better.
And yeah, the pacing is working so much in the favor of just like, okay, we're keeping you aware of these characters and not going to have a whole episode dedicated to everything for each one, because that would just feel weird.
Or waiting to like chapter 64 or whatever, when it's like, oh, Reinhardt's been in a hostage situation the entire arc.
Oh, so
By
that's
the
why
way-
he's been gone this entire time. Except now we know why he's gone.
Yeah.
It makes sense,
Where's
you know?
Reinhard?
Exactly.
Where-
I mean,
They
that's
called
what
me
people would be
loser by
asking.
felt.
Where is the actual hero of the story? Come on.
Literally wraps up the whole fucking story the second we pay attention to him. It's like, oh yeah, here
Reinhard
he
has
is.
to be
Boom.
rescued by Otto. Just remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We love
That's how
Otto.
weak he is.
Otto is such a Chad. Let it be known.
He's
Truly
great.
supple lips.
True.
Also, it's just the I Julius on the rooftop with Gluttony, and it's just like, oh wow, man.
Yeah, does that fight just last until he loses his name, or
No,
do they
it's a rematch.
fight again? Okay.
It's a rematch. Yeah.
Yeah, that fight happened so quick too. It was like crazy. Cause yeah, they meet up right after all this. They meet up. I think it's right after the big speech that's coming up, and that's what's gonna kick off the next season, unless they rearrange it. But they do meet up before they go fight again, because they have to reshuffle things. Al goes to Capella. Priscilla and Liliana go off on their own. Or is that a back at like what they're doing while
Al's-
everyone else is doing stuff? I forget that one.
Al practically like stumbles on her, or like
Mhm.
catches her
Yeah.
as she's trying to run away.
Yeah.
She's gone after by Felix, Anastasia, and Kiritaka, I think.
Right. We have to. I know we have to see them all get together to see what happens to Krush, and then it's a speech.
That's right. Yes,
Right.
because they
Yeah.
still have to also rescue
Yeah.
Subaru from the water here.
Yeah.
Considering he's in there rapidly losing blood from his biggest artery.
Can I? They've done such a good job of just making Subaru's like ragdoll moments feel so real and weighty.
Yeah,
like, it's
that
like,
was
oh my god, that's like
insane.
an actual human body being flung. Like, this is insane.
As I said before, he's just a normal human. Like they're
Yeah.
compared to real like crazy fighters, he's really can't do anything.
Well, no, I'm confused how he's gonna live through this because they've really painted him about to die, but he doesn't
Well-
die at this point.
That's the thing about this, which is just like up to the point of the episode in which he gets leg cut off earlier, right?
Yeah.
Is like that moment in the courtyard with Betty and stuff like that. People were like, well, you know, I presume most people are like, oh, he's gonna reset now, right? Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, he didn't. This time again, right? So like, it's one of those things where like, okay, well, at least they've established that they can heal a leg wound like that, but it's still crazy. You
They
know?
did a very good job of establishing, like, Subaru saying to Capella, "Oh, just kill me then." Like, he's basically just like, "I'm not gonna reset by forcing myself to, you know, unless I
Yeah.
really, really have to."
Yeah, that's the thing we don't have to
Question.
monologue about.
Because that's the lesson he's learned from the previous season, and I think a lot of people may forget that sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
like the whole point is he's trying to value his life as much as possible. That means surviving every situation if he feasibly can.
Ferris mentions at one point that he used 2 types of forbidden magic on
Yeah.
both Mimi and Subaru. Do we know what
Mhm.
that is yet or no?
Well, when you read the EX novel
Yes.
one,
Well,
you
so,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that's like a maybe, but it doesn't make a ton of sense.
It doesn't, but maybe it does to me because
Because I don't
think
remember
there's
him
one
saying
reason.
that in the web novel. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Well, no, that whole scene is a light novel edition.
Yeah, it's a light novel
Yeah.
edition.
What
That makes sense.
it's one thing of like where like on the surface doesn't make sense, but I there's a way it could work that I could see.
Yeah, maybe they've updated the parameters of what is considered dead.
He is
I would
he is
say.
blue. He's blue. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read EX1. They're waiting to read EX1 because it crashed on them already. It was like bad mic issues. So I'm redoing it with them, so it's something new. But we are going to read EX1. That is our next thing we're recording once I read it.
Honestly, this is the best episode, one of the best episodes to branch off from that. Because, man, if I hadn't read EX1, but I've been feeling so many emotions. I don't know how the two other boys are feeling, but, like, oh my god. Like, I'm just... Wow. This element of the arc just it hits so much harder with that other knowledge.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Anything else we want to add? Otherwise, I think this is a great point to wrap up.
No, I think this episode was amazing.
Yeah.
Was.
Ratings, guys? 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10. Absolute fucking banger again.
I think this is my top episode of the season so far.
Yeah.
They just keep getting better and better.
I have a feeling that's going to be a continuous through line.
Well, I've been like hyping up the Capella introduction for years in my head, and this, like, as her proper intro, just delivered and then some. It'd be really hard to surpass that to me.
With how well they visualized her authority as well, it makes me super excited to see what they're going to do with the other authorities and how they visualize them more too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the thing with the wives and reaching into the hearts and all that.
Yes.
So
oh my god. Not to mention fucking the Capella Owl fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
That might be my most hyped fight, personally.
Watch it, we just only see the last loop.
I would not be surprised if they did that, but even just the way they could visualize all the fun stuff they could do there.
They have to show it. I mean, I think it's not.
I just think that from a directional standpoint, you can get really creative,
Exactly.
right? Like
you don't have to like show it like 100%, but you can like definitely be like, "What's that?"
It's gonna be one of those moments for anime moments where like, "What the fuck? What? Huh? Huh? What?"
What's happening?
If they added that scene in the break time, I don't think they can resist adding something to the anime.
Well, I mean, at this point, it seems like Tappei is just going to use the break time to explain anything that the first two seasons left out.
Yeah.
Or they didn't get the chance to do.
It's a smart way to do it, honestly, without ruining the flow, because the only other thing I think you could add in Al at this point, like talking to Subaru about it, is that Subaru just randomly at the very end when we get to Julius goes, "Oh, I need to check in with Al. He knows everything." Now they can do it because they have a placemaker to be like, go check here. But
he asks him out loud, like, "Al, you're like me and like from beyond the Great Waterfall or whatever. Do you remember him at all?" He's like, "Sorry, I've got no idea who this is." Even though
sorry, bro.
we are pretty sure he's fucking lying, but whatever.
Liar!
hell yeah.
Al just emanates lies in every word he says, man.
Never, bro. Only keeping the real vibes.
I would never lie to you, bro.
I honestly think they could have gotten away with having him say bruh instead of bro. Because
Hey,
like we
bruh.
get auto bro, and that's a different bro than the bro Al is saying. Like he could have said, like, they could have translated that in the subtitles as bruh, like BRUH.
Yeah.
What's up, bruh?
I don't think bro was really a thing back in 2016.
Yeah.
anyways.
I'm gonna say, I think it was more bro back then.
Well, Japan
Bro's
has a
newer.
lot of calling people bro and sis, whereas
Yeah,
like we would call them
exactly.
dude or friend or
Yeah.
guy.
Friend.
Mate for me, yeah.
Yep, mate's a good equivalent.
Pal.
Because like they're just their
pal.
term for just a guy is Onesan or Nissan for like older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bud. It did make me chuckle a bit in the break time where Subaru's like, "Ow's son?" And when he realizes how much older he is, it's just like, oh man.
Exactly.
I mean, Al is Priscilla's knight. He could get away with an Aldono.
Yeah.
I don't think he
that's true.
deserves it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, other people can.
He's done stuff.
Yeah,
He's done stuff. Yeah, it's good enough.
done stuff.
How much stuff has he done though?
Yeah, that's a real question.
More than you're allowed to know.
I know.
No!
Just There is an Ala reveal coming up for you two that's going to blow your fucking minds.
Dude, oh man.
I know.
Oh, you know what? We're all wrong. Natsumi Schwartz herself is in chat saying Ala's the most trustworthy character. Just ignore anything else.
Oh,
you know what? Fuck.
Sorry,
fuck,
she's
that's
the
great.
definitive answer. We'll have to leave it
She's
there.
so-
Yeah.
Every
And with
word
that-
she says is gospel. Okay.
That'll wrap us
Yeah.
up. Thanks, Natsumi.
Yeah, thanks, Natsumi. We'll see you in season
Mission
5.
statement. Thanks,
Yeah.
Natsumi. You give us all the answers we all need.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you
Yep.
next Wednesday, and hopefully we will promote it very nicely so we have some time in advance. But until then, thanks
Right.
for hanging out.
Yes.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.